test it. There we go. Okay, there we go. That was weird. Now shall we let go in? Yeah, for now. Even though most people don't care. So yeah. Bippity boppity boo, I am here and so are you, and YouTube. YouTube. How's everyone's day going so far? Good. Good. So I hope everyone's having a good swell afternoon.
I will walk to the end with a...
Okay.
all your wills.
As the title implies. Where? Continue. We're continuing the joke of a story. Yeah. Up ahead. That Miss Note? Hmm. Oh, my bad, sweetheart. Almost forgot. Your voice is already my personal property. First, it was the copyright of your songs, then your image, and finally, your name. They found a younger, prettier girl, slapped the name on her, and put her on the stage, and you'll die in despair in the desert of the dreamscape. I'll devour your body piece by piece, and even that fake name, Miss Note, will be mine. That's not copyright, that's monopolization. Finally. And right on cue, let your friends get a good look at how far you've fallen. Don't be so quick to charge in already, handsome. You're handsome. I mean, look frail. But I can still drag Miss Note down with me before you land a hit. And why would I spare an enemy servant? 2 birds with 1 stone sounds perfect to me. You seem like another hollow loudmouth, like Grady. Figures. As you foolish outworlders don't realize just how powerful this nameless servant can be in Penacony. It's called a charitable performance. Let me give you a taste of what Castor can really do. The voice of harmony will compel all life to dance to my tune. Become my familiars, and you'll drown in syrup of oblivion. We'll see about that. Anyone who fights with a stolen weapon is bound to get hurt by it. If I were you, I'd think twice before swinging something you ripped off from Miss Note. Master, are you alright? I was just about to do some stretches. No need to trouble yourself with small fries like this, Master. Trying to steal the spotlight from the star? Get them! Whoever takes them down gets a lifetime supply of gold. Soul glad from our investors. I so glad for free wheels. Seriously, so glad and 2 bottles of syrup. And you're all in for the devil. How do you pride as monsters? I'm a background extra. Who has time for pride? Human monsters? Beasts or demons? If you were got a mind of your own, then you've got the right. Face hopes with your own 2 hands. Your soul's worth is far more than the pretense your employer is offering. I can't promise you paradise, but I swear I'll always fight on this front line, not hide behind you while you die. So what'll it be? Spend your life as a dancing puppet for him? Or live one moment as a knight? It's not too late to turn your back. There's only one night for that. Whoever's my king's sword points, our hearts shall follow. I was here first. Resourceful? It's called leader charisma, my friend. You traitors! One pep talk and you're switching sides? You're just extras! Don't you want your paycheck? Look at you. Acting all high and mighty. What else can you even do besides throw money around to strong arm us? I'm the king of knights. King of Knights Mount now. Not some familiar you can boss around like a dog. Or bestow upon the name of the 11th steed. Lamray the Third. Now, come with me, let us vanquish the evil before us. In the name of the king! Wait! If you kill me, you'll vanish too. Still my familiars. Ah! To separate from her. And now, to make matters worse, it's the enemy who came to save me. Ma'am, this is where you say thank you, stiff sword. This can cover my incompetence and negligence. Powerful servant is nothing but a worthless doll. Miss Robin, if there's something, never mind. Just come with me. Writing B. I'm not sure what the enemy did, but she's been split into pieces. Took me a while to find even these few. I figured I've managed to do nothing in this war. I don't deserve to call the heroic spirit. You're doing well. Love using your harmony tricks on me, huh? Then I'll scatter your singer across my nightmare park. See who's helping you get out of here. So, what? You already done your best. Just the eyes of the rivers, huh? Call it what you want. A little too weak. No need to escape. I should have got. That old fool. When it's that darn OT. So by that darn OT, I've got to tear his puff ball and stomp right on it to the ground. Judging what I can tell, splitting us up like this probably was an act of revenge. Best our minds naturally try to reconnect theoretically, if we can reunite. All that means some of the ion of harmony break. Are there no functioning adults around here? Alright. Correct answer is she'll merge back to original form. That is, if you survive the curse from the devils. Let's keep going. Wait, I'm on these dead weights. You? While you fight? Heads up. I don't have the action part of Robin with me. The only thing I don't do. Look, please. Someone must stay behind with me to protect Miss Robin. I know this is asking too much, but I'll even offer my life. Victory gained through coercion is a disgrace. Any warrior. Miss Robin is our ally. Taking her is only right. Master, your resistance to magecraft is far weaker than ours. If Grady knocks you out, I'll disappear with you. And that's exactly what the enemy wants. Sword, miss. I don't take orders from you. My master's still missing. So I've got no reason to babysit this shattered kid for you. This is indeed the best solution at the moment. Archer, please protect me. Trailblazer. This is all I ask as an opponent. Don't place me too much faith in me. I always have faith in every friend of mine. Esther, good luck. Alright. Let the knight stay here, princess. And we'll go reap some enemy lives.
Ribbit, evil spirit, why do you despise humans so? Is there not a single ounce of love or compassion in your heart, Ribbit?
Creatures, don't get bosses around. Before I lose my patience, here's your chance to switch sides. Kill the one next to you and return to us. Despite the rough design, the dog-shaped monster name suggests it's one after a classic figure from the clock cartoon. Might be a derivative of the werewolf brother Hanu. Stop pushing yourself, Mr. Scott. Its target is me. You don't have to throw your life away for nothing.
If I back down now, I'd be the same as all the other Scots. So, if you want to hurt Miss Robin, you'll have to walk over my dead body, Ribbit. Oh, foe, you've arrived just in time. Help me! Together we can crush this blasted evil spirit! Doesn't matter if you want to punish me later or demand an explanation. As long as Miss Robin is safe, you can do whatever you want with me, Ribbit.
1 or 2. It makes no difference. It's trapped in the cycle of suffering and play Hanu's adventure for the next billion years. Lone Brothers Curse. The Lone Wolf Brothers let out a very satisfied Enough chit-chat. Time for this terrifying torment in all of Panacoti. Lightning flash, your body shrinks and forced into the outline of Brother Hanu. Now you'll know the horror of being trapped in Hanu's adventure for life. Oh. They turn people into cartoon animals? Is this some magecraft from the age of the ancient Greek gods? No. The mechanics feel entirely different. I know y'all. Even unless I really just speak rationally. Maybe I should just leave her. It's not like she was all that helpful anyways. So you can understand that? Yes, I can't leave her. Can you make sense of what she's saying? Of course. But the Hunter says he's gonna punch that evil spirit right in the face.
Ribbit?
How did you come to this? This is just is this a nursery or a zoo? Surrounded by animals echoing cries, a vein throbbing faintly on Archer's temple. It's the worst mental trauma he'd suffered since the Holy Grail War began. You really want to tell Archer you need a Hanu TV to return to normal? Maybe you should look around for clues. Yeah? What is there? There's something weird about this TV. This is part of the solution to the curse. Clinging and just the smallest of hopes against Scott. But as a righteous TV, all he can offer is anything but help. Maybe it's just your imagination, but his expression seems 30% smug, 70% mocking. You lash out, kicking Scott in frustration. Alright, let's do this. Every time I ask you a question, if the answer is yes, kick him once. If no, kick him twice. This TV is the key to lifting the curse, isn't it?
Ribbit?
The usual Magecraft logic, destroying the core should nullify the effect. Did you smash the TV?
Ribbit, ribbit!
Then, let's think in reverse. You want me to repair this machine or return it to its original state, right?
Ribbit, 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 ribbit.
Alright. Place on. Back to normal. Impossible. You actually found a way to break the curse. That's cheating. Doesn't count. I demand a rematch. You think you'll get a second chance with the same trick? Looks like I won't have to step in after all. Thanks, Kyle. Anytime, any place. Galaxy Ranger, serving justice. Die, you son of a fork. Time no see, though it's only been a little while ever since that shirt head sucked me into the TV. I've been lost in the tale, sending my greetings all over the other little fudge pies along the way. Just a moment ago, the whole space cracked and collapsed. When I regained my footing, bam! There was Miss Robin right next to me. Didn't expect it, but the girl's got a bit of that Ranger vibe in her. By the way, what's the fudging thing raised by the nose walker next to you? Prisoner?
Ribbit! Here comes a hero of justice, Ribbit!
Huh?
Greedy split my consciousness into countless fragments in the previous battle, just like what happened to Miss Robin. I'm honestly as shocked as you are. Who'd have thought there's justice in that man called Scott? And yet, my chest burns with righteous fire.
Scott of Justice. Scott of Justice, not like those evil ones. Doing something to protect me, Tweet. You trust the someone knows Walker. Might as well believe I'm a general of the Zen show. No offense, but making someone like him turn over a new leaf is asking the Antimatter Legion to plant trees in the kingdom of banditry. Completely agree. Can't afford to the risk. The enemy cursed him or turned him into some kind of special familiar then.
Then I thought, what if this is all part of Scott's plan? What if the evil side of him is lying in wait within me, ready to spring to action at any moment? I want to go with you to save the other Miss Robins, And I also need someone to kill me if Scott ever takes over my body.
Keep up your act. Let's see if I fall for it. Let's not be too hard on him. We don't have time to waste. As the old saying goes, every trotter deserves a second cookie. How about we take him in for now? If he turns good, great. If not, always tell him about his servant and his projectile. Well, since the victim herself said
To
so.
honor the trust placed in me, I will never bend to evil, Ribbit.
Miss Ranger, we'll count on you to escort this little bird back to Saber and the others. I'll wrap this up fast. Find the rest of Miss Robin and track down my unreliable master.
Ribbit, I'll prove my justice with my actions, Ribbit.
Hmm. Why? Near the trembling of clockwork gears beneath the knee. You're before I give it a me. I don't know. I got my I don't know. Sperm. Just felt an ominous chill down my spine. Wise. They thought it. One bullet to fudge them up, and we're done here. Tick tock. I thought I'd just play along in your little hero fantasy. Mr. Graven gave me a special bullet that never misses. One pull of this trigger and the master with the most dialogue will drop dead on the spot. Die, Trailblazer.
I can't keep going with all of you. But I'll die happy, knowing that I gave my life for justice, to keep others safe.
Scott, are you serious?
Tell Rakshmi, the night we broke up, I lied to her. There's no such thing as a Scott of justice.
Yeah?
On your door.
Sorry.
Listen, you said you'd cut the grass on Monday. Well, it's Thursday.
Yeah.
You think you could take half an hour to cut
Okay.
That justice is a part of the name. It doesn't mean anything. What do you think? How would you rate this shocking reveal, Ribbit?
Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry. Can see what time is it now? Yeah. Sorry that took about. I was gone for about 40 minutes. Like I said, had to help my grandma cut the grass. Ah.
Director, heal me up! I worked so hard to lead them into the trap, and now you're shooting me in the butt!
Heh, Scott. Hanakoni profanity. If your worthless scene-stealing self hadn't blocked that bullet, old Clocky would have eliminated the Trailblazer already. Who are you to have the audacity to act proud? I sent you undercover to discover a crushing blow at the story's climax. Said you couldn't even manage basic narrative structure. Even a child could tell we're putting on an act. Since you're so desperate for the attention, congratulations, Mr. Scott. You are hereby demoted from actor to stage decoration.
Hey! What about my butt?
Oh. Just one more bullet and no more pain. Oh. Okay. Stop. Quit playing dead. No completed scene. No paycheck for you. Chick-chaw. Which gave you the impression I was faking. My clockwork has been ticking away the whole time. No, 14. Motion, how you ignore her I touch you just could not do this. Well, there. Satisfy. Fudging satisfying. Time to break out the Eldorian smoking smoked malt juice to celebrate. Uncontainable joy surges through the man's heart, sending him into euphoria, and yet this is nothing more than a common mental attack. Watchmaker, witness this. Your most prized trick now belongs to me. Darn it. For some bizarre reason, I have some urge to dance with this jerk. Tick-tock. Behold the clockwork invented by the watchmaker, the devil who once ruled Penacony. In its presence, even the strongest minds become nothing but blank pages, easily rewritten as at will. So you... knockoff characters don't need to worry about power balancing in the story. Messing with your bro Boo Hill, big mistake. Come on, Trailblazer. Let's show this knockoff who actually fought. They usually said Boo. Back to normal. Who do we have? Yeah. Poor little thing trying to save your friend from a curse when you can't even protect yourself. Surprised your clockwork is useless? Shocked? Confused? Well, of course you are. The power of your clockwork comes from Clocky, but I'm old Clocky. When the junior meets the senior, It's only natural for you to fail. Now it's time for the old man to teach the kid a lesson. The mountain word clutches you at your mind. Not one of clockwork's 4 different emotions. This is darker, heavier, like a silent quagmire. Departed loved ones, betrayal by those who you trusted most, the shadow of approaching death. These manufactured emotions burst in your heart, leaving just a black void that watches you with the empty eyes of a corpse. You've finished with your little show yet? I don't have time to play pretend with you. Impossible! There's clockwork to turn everyone's emotions to pure despair. How trite. Your dialogue is straight from Villains 101. These pathetic attempts at manipulations are less effective than vultures squawking over a corpse. What took so long? Was that the whole silent badass act really necessary? Was he a magic in the box in there? If only it were that simple. Unfortunately, my magic resistance isn't nearly as overpowered as Saber's. I wanted to see how deep this monster's hell could go in this strange universe of yours. But it seems your world has hope for a future after all. Despair? Please, I've witnessed enough scenes of despair to submerge this entire playground of nightmares. I've seen corpses hanging from gallows that stretch the endless forests. I've witnessed the charred remains after doomsday battles, where people became nothing more than ravenous beasts devouring each other. Who in the world are you? A hardworking guardian, though admittedly somewhat of a workaholic. I've seen too many forms of despair, but to break me, your fake illusion doesn't even come close. Tick-tock. Cranking power to maximum. I refuse to accept that anyone could resist my clockwork now. Ever seen bodies mangled under war chariots? Trace on.
Future will come! I'll overcome the thorns! No other choice but forward. This mortal form. For tomorrow! Step up, let's see ya!
Lend me your strength.
Future will come! I'm fine. Feel the scorching hatred.
Also, seeing this effect in mobile is far funnier.
Is that all? Quench the flames with blood.
Okay.
Is that all? Granted with strife. Empty shell. Soul without substance. Empty shell.
Leave this for the next time.
Flames are not soul without substance.
Sword without substance. Don't get smug. The old director will avenge you. Extra lines won't earn you extra pay. In that case, I'm dead. Good. Let's regroup with the others. Oh. Look who just crawled out of a tough fight. Forkin Void Song Whale. Now you decide to appear after we did all the hard work. Well, I did do something alright. Some evil spirit called the Revolver Governor, and all clingy with me, insisted we play a game. And ended up losing 10 years worth of savings to me. Look, I even brought an old friend back with me. After a short break, the scattered allies were set. I had no idea so much was happening. Thank you, keeping my master safe. I just didn't want to give Gradius the satisfaction. Let's save the things for later. Didn't that girl say if we brought all of her split selves together, she could return to normal? I propose this theory, assuming none of the Robins would be in a defect status. There's dissonance in the melody. Despair. The old clocky. Dang it. Grady, what foul language are you having me use? Anyway, the emotion affecting the last master hasn't disappeared despite the enemy's demise. Mouse could kill me dead. My resonance isn't nearly as powerful as Miss Robin's, but it's enough to clear this minor dissonance. Master, please stay quiet and don't disturb my melody. You know, whatever you see, these are just my internal doubts. It won't hurt anyone else. Now, rebuild a melody that's truly your own. Thank you, everyone, for your help. Without you, I would definitely have been fudging sorry. Seems the consciousness spilling effects haven't completely worn off. Anyone, please come closer to the film's melody. Go to the film's melody. A few adjustments and we should break free from Grady's noble phantasm. Master, gave me the choice to join the Holy Grail War. I saved you once in return. Now we're square. What a pleasant surprise! Older friends, have you finally understood that who it is that can truly grant your wish? The evil spirit must still be affecting you. It's tuning you properly. Master, you're far too kind-hearted. With no interest in the Holy Grail. That's what I must presume this path myself. Mr. Oti is a businessman through and through. His pride will be astronomically high. And would you really betray your friends just to let me win the Holy Grail War? Here's some advice. While I'm still here, use a command spell to kill me. Just like all those who toyed with my fate. If this is beyond you, Miss Robin, then we must part ways from here. Is this a declaration of war? Since you're no longer Miss Robin's servant, I have no reason to let you potential enemy walk away. I can tell you're still hesitating. Before I draw my blade, there's still time to change your mind. Everyone, aren't you forgetting something? I'm still here. My old friend has finally found her path to fulfilling her wish. I won't let anyone block her way. If you want to see a noble phantasm, then I'll just have to add some extra excitement. The second screening has ended. See you in the final nightmare. Goodbye, Master. Candace never met betrayal.
Director, what about my part? My part!
Heh, Scott. Hero's Blood, Monster's Blood. The story details how explorers cause bloodshed in strange worlds. This is exactly what dream chasers of the pioneering age live for. Dadgum wabba boo. What? When will this ever end? Aren't these movies all the same? Oh my. Even a proper pioneer like a cowboy can't bear to watch any longer. Director, though I don't know your life story, but surely a box office disaster and a miserable end seems all but fated. And for you, Mr. Scott, did you change your tune because you were planning to abandon the darkness and embrace the light? Looks like not even Assassin's Master can tolerate his trashy films anymore. Director, did you place me in the wrong spot? I'm still among the bad guys. No. Given your stellar performance earlier, our partnership ends here. As for old OT, I'll file a claim for accidental causality compensation on your behalf. It'll be issued to your family. The ending of this Plan 6 from outer space is no survivors. Grady, since you've shown no mercy, don't blame me for returning the favor. Director Adventurine! My earlier hostility was just an act to fool our enemy. I infiltrated OT's group specifically for this moment, to help you win the Holy Grail. The only one who truly deserves it. Is there... There it is. Scott's special begging technique. Mr. Scott, I know things haven't been going smoothly for you in your department, but if you can show enough commitment, the strategic investment department might have a better spot for you. How do you accept such things so easily? Grady, you don't think I was truly going to let you play me like a fool, right? As an actor, I am part of your noble phantasm too. As such, being the former protagonist, I can naturally use your second noble phantasm's power. How dare you! Director Adventurine, this is my show of commitment to you. Deploying staff access one-click noble phantasm skip. You stop acting. Lyndon Scott, well, obscene language from the prison-era world. How could you be an audience so uncultured? You skipped the best part of the movie. This is the result of my entire life's work. And it was trash. You know nothing. I am the creator of the dream bubble movie genre. It was I who established the first film company in Panaconi. If I hadn't given up on my monopoly on filmmaking technology, the watchmaker and Maven would have would never have achieved that what they did. So, that would make the film you made not bad. I'm even feeling a little bad for you now. Director Grady, you were thoroughly outclassed by true amateurs. As a master of marketing or an inventor, you're undoubtedly a success. But the audience doesn't care what you gave in your efforts. They just want to know that your movie is terrible. You can't feel the limit of the audience's patience. It's just an endless cliche-ridden silent series of utterly unexciting gore. What a waste of everyone's time. It's no surprise that the audience eventually abandoned you. It's hopeless. This guy's probably gone mad. Archer? What? I simply offered him a final shot. You're the one who drove him insane. What a sharp-tongued, amusing, flamboyant actor you are. It's rare for anyone to make me go completely speechless during a debate. Hey, Spider! Didn't see that coming, did you? Strangling you all in this nightmare pantomime. Feels a bit dull now. Tell me, would you be interested in siding with old OT? What are you yapping about this time? Trying to drive a wage? If we joined forces, we could sweep the rest of these opponents off the board in an instant. Surely a senior executive of the strategic investment department who understands investments better than anyone would make the right choice. Won't you agree, Mr. Aventurine? You seem particularly obsessed with me, Director. It's because I, as an amateur film critic, repeatedly tore apart your masterpiece. Of course it's because you're the cleverest one here. I'm sure unaware of the fact that despite your apparent power, none of you have actually escaped my bounded field. For someone like you, betrayal is always an option to consider, not a moral absolute. Alright. Never heard of it, but hope it goes well for ya. Oh, someone like me? You may be a terrible filmmaker, but you are not bad at reading people. Fork me, you're not serious. Good businessman always evaluates the situation and adjusts their stance for a battle investment. I'm tired of this endless farce. Eliminating this many competitors at once is quite profitable. You shouldn't care about the Holy Grail. Apologies, Trailblazer. I wasn't being honest. Great. I love flexible actors like you. Now let me show my goodwill. Let's move to the next scene. Your caliber deserves a much bigger stage.
Archer, as my servant, you'll come with me, right?
Taking orders from a hack like Grady? Seriously? Alright.
Oh, what's wrong with being a little underhanded if we can win?
You're actually being totally misjudged you. Yes, I'll need to use a few extra fudging bullets on this guy. No. It should be my sword that delivers the final blow to this enemy commander. Master, if you're just joking, I can still cover for you. If you apologize now. But if you're serious, this won't end without blood being spilt. I'll ask you one more time. Shall I remove your legs first, or shall I start by cutting off that irritating hand of yours, Mr. Adventurine?
So you still refuse? You know, I should use my command spells to force you into submission, but I hate brands on the flesh that bend someone to
Alright.
another's will. If staying with them is your wish, then so be it. But sometimes, a change in perspective will make you see the gamble in its entirety.
Ugh. That's right. Killing you would erase my existence. Well then. Sorry everyone. I surrender. I give up. Sure. You gave up way too quickly. What did I expect with my awful summoning luck? I told you, a guy covered in gold is never good news. As your servant, I'll follow your commands. What? Wait, Director. I can't be a traitor too. I want more scenes too, Direct. Fantastic. 2 more exceptional leads. At once. I'll give you bigger roles. Turn you into an unstoppable monster who tears everyone apart. Step into the spotlight, Mr. Aventurine, and enjoy this special feature I've crafted just for you. All body teleporting. I'll film.
This battle is unavoidable.
Existence is of no consequence. Future will come.
I'll overcome the thorns. Torment and doubt farewell.
For tomorrow.
Life's like a good brew, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Alright.
Prepare for some.
Future will come.
I've heard the call. Serenity is before me.
Existence is of no consequence. For tomorrow. Fury of innumerable core flames consume me. Sun, tear the sky.
Boom.
Feel the scorching hatred. Empty shell. Is that all? So without substance. Hail the new dawn.
Down.
Empty shell.
Oh, so not sure if you were here earlier, but yeah, I was gone for like 40 minutes to help my grandma cut the grass.
So without substance. Empty shell.
Are you seeing the enemy's position now, Archer?
Damn.
Now it's time to put an end to this! Entered safe zone. Why do actors in horror films never see where the monsters come from? Why do monsters keep popping into the frame as long as the film is rolling? It's because the true monster is born beyond the set. The director's lens is the real cradle of terrors.
That is
Your
true.
presence concealment skill is simply a manifestation of the theatrical rule that characters in the story cannot see the cinematographer filming behind the lens.
Mm-hmm.
But monsters are different. They are the soul of horror films, the focus of the lens. Their line of sight is always fixed on the camera's position. That's why only Scott, the man playing the monster, can see you.
You win. I concede. Having the devil lurking behind the lens and getting real monsters to step into the theater. That was my finest offline marketing campaign ever. Who'd have thought that someone could still see through my tricks hundreds of years in the future? How did you do it, friend?
Did I never mention it to you? Well, I am your fan, Mr. Greedy.
I reserve judgment on your film
A
taste.
director of flops from centuries ago, catching the eye of a big shot from the strategic investment department. Thanks for the compliment, but that was a pretty bad lie from you.
Damn! You must be one proud Uncle Spider.
Oh, have more confidence in yourself, Mr. Greedy. After I stumbled upon your first movie, curiosity led me to dig through the archives of Greedy films. Now, you had each moviegoer sign a death and liability release waiver before entering the theater. And you released memory zone memes into the theater at intermission. Oh, these interactive marketing tactics were way ahead of their time. You could smell out exact market demands and deliver maximum impact with minimal resources. Oh, had we met back then, I would have made sure to secure a spot for you in the marketing department.
I'd rather not be recognized for those achievements.
You could have been rolling in riches. But you poured everything into filmmaking to create something you loved. You're a director worthy of respect for that alone. But what you've done...
And how
is
often does your
unforgivable.
nephew come to, watch what you play sometimes? Does he usually see interest in what you play?
The watchmaker said almost the same thing to me back then. But like I said, I concede. I have no talent and can't create true art. I've come to terms with that after dying.
Heh.
Then could you tell us old Odie's plan? If he truly wanted to achieve his wish, he could have easily hired a few masters to stage out a variety show with a rigged outcome. But he deliberately gathered a group of uncontrollable individuals to participate in a Holy Grail war that might never even happen.
Mr. Odie gave me a backup plan before I came here. When I lose, I'm to humbly admit defeat and invite everyone to the Grand Theater. Mr. Odie and the Holy Grail will be waiting for you there. You'll hear all the answers from him. And you, my fan, this little behind the scenes is just for you. I believe the reason Mr. Odie reached out to you all is simple. You'll bring in higher ratings for this show.
Fair enough. Okay, Spider. What I want you to do is show your nephew, in my opinion, the best Transformer series, Cybertron. So yes, the series is 20 years old. Still shocked to just hearing that from myself is still shocking. But yeah, no. Get him into Cybertron. Trust me, he'll like it. Do you trust what Grady said?
There's nowhere in Panaconii more fitting for a grand finale than the Grand Theater. Oh, Mr. Boothill. Why are you looking at me like that?
Didn't expect someone like you to be that Fudger's fan.
You could say my master's taste is as tacky as his outfit.
Instead of calling me Master, a word that brings back dead class structures, I prefer you address me as Mr. Aventurine.
See, Red Guy? Those business crooks are all the same. They take everything you throw at them, and insulting them's like punching a cotton fluff ball. Ain't no fun at all.
Then I'll graciously comply, Mr. Aventurine. As for the final showdown at the theater, I'm sure Mr. OT has already prepared the background for us. With the Holy Grail in his possession, he'll be far more difficult than Grady. A siege, a warriors assembled to storm the walls. Now, this is starting to feel like a real war.
I'm going with you. It doesn't matter whether Miss Snowd is now friend or foe. I will bring her back.
The princess rescue mission is on. To think of it, wasn't there someone else not far away? He's slowly slipping away with hushed steps.
Oh, by the way, I think I forgot to ask. Mr. Boothill, do you know which department Scott's from?
Then she flashed a grin, more sinister than the devil's own, his lips barely moving as he silently mouthed the name of the department. The space cowboy let out a hearty laugh, cracking his knuckles with a sharp snap, a wicked smirk spreading across his face as he strode towards Scott. You can hear a cry straight out of a cartoon. Over the top, full of flair, and surprisingly heartfelt. Yeah, you have fun, Spider. And you just know that for a fact Scott won't be getting out of the hospital bed anytime soon. But have faith in the medical advances of the cosmic age. No, Scott was irreversibly harmed in the Holy Grail War. Especially not in a dream. See ya, Spider.
Whew. Now, that's more like it. Let's move out.
Troopers seem to be talking about the past. Let's not interrupt them for now. Venturine is asking for an autograph on behalf of a colleague. Who could it be? How curious. Most likely Topaz.
Whew. Now, that's more like it. Let's move out.
Hey guys, you're back. Gotta go ask someone something. Alright, there we go. Must include saber, damn. Move fine on. Ah, they made it to it there. Okay, that's new.
An unexpected sight. But this is also what it means to trailblaze.
Yeah, I may actually switch it back to Gallagher.
Show me some of that trailblazing strength again.
It's a mockery of a war. You set it up so intricately. I don't get it. The 12 hours that reference the passage of time and this moon placed right at the heart of it all. Anyone with magecraft training can feel power continuously flowing into this place. This world has no magecraft or mages. So, did you really design this whole Holy Grail war, old man? You don't exactly look like a mage.
The sharp instincts of a businessman are enough for me to know where and when to make my moves. And the Holy Grail has told me everything I need to know. You are the servant of that Galaxy Ranger. I didn't think your nose would be even sharper than the Bloodhound family's minions. Is it really wise for you to charge in here on your own instead of loyally staying at your master's side? That cowboy's in quite a pinch right now and would appreciate a speedy rescue.
What a pain. If I blow your head off right now, right here, that saved my metal club of a master too, no? Let me offer you some advice from experience. The Holy Grail never grants wishes the way people expect. All it leaves behind are dead souls buried in their desire. I
appreciate the advice, truly. In that case, am I not giving the Holy Grail a new purpose? It'll become an entertainment spectacle much more worthy of investment than some wish-granting chalice.
Entertainment spectacle. I get it now. That clicks pretty well with the essence of the Holy Grail. No wonder it managed to power this Holy Grail war. I've been wondering what could possibly put into the Holy Grail apart from wine. given this is a barren world where mystics completely are completely degraded. But if someone could replace magical energy and manage to influence the Holy Grail with enough power to create miracles, well, that changes things entirely. As if something that must maintain a concealment of mystics, the Holy Grail War will become a public entertainment spectacle instead. Then people on this dream-soaked planet will come to believe in the miracle of the Holy Grail through learning its rituals and witnessing the summoning of heroic spirits. And so, little by little, their wishes will turn into fuel, coating the Holy Grail in a fabricated miracle. And the farce you've orchestrated will end stomping all over those wishes.
Quite the impressive insight, servant from another world. Your presence here was certainly a surprise to me, but you and your friends are needed. The Holy Grail needs more efficient fuel. And that means you. Miss Note? Well, it's time for you to show Penacony your true charm.
The curtain fell with a sound.
I did what you wanted me to do.
Well done, my old friend. So many years have passed, but I still remember every performance you gave, every dance you danced, every melody you sang. You were like a blooming iris. But I prefer how you are now compared to your heydays on the stage. Stripped of all the external pretenses. So simple. So ordinary.
Enough, OT. Outdated metaphors are as revolting as last night's leftovers. I've kept my promise. Now, it's your turn.
There's no rush, my old friend. Everything you desire can be obtained without magecraft or miracles. Money is all it takes. The so-called Holy Grail is nothing more than a vessel crafted from gold. And the real stars of this show are about to make their entrance. Your job is to hold them off until the last step of the ritual is complete. Once that is done, I will honor my end of the deal.
OT. Looks like your business acumen has rotted along with this world. I could barely restrain that one servant. And now you expect me to take them all on?
Don't be so modest. Unlike Greedy, you are a true artist. You had the talent to bring thousands of characters to life all on your own. You are the perfect counter to these heroes. I will give you the power the Holy Grail has accumulated so that you can crush them all. Then this grand spectacle will come to a glorious finale.
Let's see. Nope, not there.
Ah, fork it. Wasn't that blue guy supposed to scout this place ahead of us? Haven't even heard a single peep from him so far. Could that old man have pulled a fast one on him?
No signs of battle. This doesn't quite seem like something Lancer would do. Maybe he went fishing. From what I know about that man, he might even stir up some pointless fights just to walk away happy.
Miss Note, I'm glad you're okay.
Wait, Something's off. Miss Note. I trust that you've seen Lancer here, haven't you?
Yes. He came to the Grand Theater with his spear raised and ready, eager to impale old Odie on the curtain. I couldn't agree more with his approach. But I still have dreams left unfulfilled in this miraculous second life. So, I asked him to take a break. And I must insist that every one of you take a break as well. Until Mr. Odie finishes the ritual. Fear not. There will be no pain. Please, leave your passion and ambitions on the stage. Like how actors shed their fatigue and makeup behind the curtains. And rest. Let the curtain fall! Cannon can presents!
Damn. What's this? I don't. Is this possible? Why am I in Britain? Is this your homeland? Yes, I remember it all. Every tree, every blade of grass, the field, the wind scent. And this town. Does Castor think she could trap me in these memories? This town is nothing less than where my life as a knight began.
Oh, Artorias! Here to draw the sword, aren't you?
Calling Artorias? Is it Aiden?
I knew it! That mage Merlin spun such a tall tale, something about whosoe'er pulleth out this sword of this stone is rightwise king of all England. Even an apprentice knight wouldn't be able to resist that. That being said, a little fellow like you drawing the sword and becoming king, I really can't picture that.
Right. I agree. I hope the sword in the stone manages to pick the right king. Master, let's go. Can I tell you? Artorias. That is the male name I used, after all. Female king would have had a difficult time ruling Britain back in those days. We've returned to the moment right before I drew the sword from the stone. I thought Castor would use monsters, foreign armies, or even dragons to trap us here. How I miss this. Never returned here after I left as a knight. What we see before us is the childish dream I had when I was still a nameless nobody. The girl seemed drawn by something. Her gaze wandered to the end of the path. What a shame. She drew such a fantasy for me, yet I don't even have a mount. Trinity Trampler. My greatest dream as a child was to have a mount of my own. To become a king, to ride a horse, to follow this very path across the fields and reach the grasslands where Hector's house lies. Who's Hector? He's the old knight tasked with raising me. He was my father in a sense. He always wore a stern expression, but laughed at the smallest things. He always told me that he hoped I'd become the ideal king for this land. But in the end, he never got to see me become a king. I'm sorry, Master. I got carried away about my past. Now that we're here, how about we set aside our worries about illusions and dreams? I'll show you around my hometown instead. There, beneath the tree, a tiny doll rests as if it lost in a dream that would never end. And it's just that knockoff saber figure, but in wood. This is a soldier summoned by Castor. He must be incredibly powerful opponent. Looks a bit like you. I've never seen a toy like this. In the first 15 years were mostly spent carrying horses and honing my swordsmanship. During my breaks, a mage called Merlin, would visit me in my dream and teach me about ruling as a king. What about you, Master? How did you spend your childhood? You never talked about your past. Actually, I never went to school. Really? You sounded more knowledgeable than the bards of Camelot. And you talk about all the news from the outside world. Humanity has entered an age of the stars. Wisdom that was once unimaginable or arcane has now become common knowledge.
My earliest memory was boarding a train, headed for the stars, and meeting many kindred spirits as friends. Though I have no past, I have a future.
Became the person I wanted to be.
I became the person I wanted to be.
Well, even in the face of hardship, you are still continuing your life, your wonderful journey. I wish I did that in my life. Once upon a time, I also wanted to become a specific person. I wanted to save the land I stood on, the people who lived upon it. I wanted to repel the tyranny of King Vortigern, the White Dragon. I wanted to deliver my people from the foreign invaders' hostile rule. I wanted to be the ideal king my people dreamed of. Someone who saved Britain. For that, I would have sacrificed everything. The mage told me that if I could pull the sword from the stone, then I would achieve my wish. Everyone thought that I would save Britain. So was Britain saved? I didn't save Britain. I once believe I slew Vortigern, expelled the foreign invaders, gathered the knights of the Round Table, and built an impenetrable castle of Camelot. Peace would finally come to Britain. But that was all a fleeting dream. The knights who served me abandoned me. Some raised armies to challenge my rule. Britain was once again engulfed in war. Merlin had already warned me of all this before I drew the sword from the swords through the sword of selection. He told me that once I drew the sword, I would meet a tragic end, hated by all. And while the kingdom was in its prime, he also told me that Britain would one day fall, as its current prosperity was built on suffering of its king. Yet I thought I could carry the weight of the kingdom's pain and trade it for a peace of the people. The sacrifice would be worth it. I'd be willing to face my thankless end. You remind me of Sunday. You recounted the fantastical dream you had during Paniconi's charming festival, Saber. How a man dreamed of creating a paradise kingdom with his own power. Mr. Robinson's brother. His thoughts and actions do sound a lot similar to mine. I promised everyone that I would build the ideal kingdom, but I left the land of Britain in endless wars, dying warriors and starving children. The one who deserves the face destruction is me, not my country or my people. That's how it should have been.
So this is the sword in the stone?
Hey, Zaku! I'm just doing story at the moment. I'm surprised you're up this early. For you. Or is it late for you? I forget. I've wondered countless times. Had I not drawn the sword, or had there been someone more suited to be king? Ah, fair enough. Hold on, let me check something real quick. Are you... Ooh, you are not. Let me do a little... Would Britain have truly become the utopia I dreamed of? What kind of life would I have lived? To pull out the sword and become king? Or give it up and stay in my homeland to quietly live out my days? She's brought me back to the moment I made my choice. Saber, do you wish to stay? Master, I'm so tired. I wish I had a horse to ride across these fields before the sun sets. Saber. Called out, her voice echoing. Drawn out words never reached the servant. In the moment she hesitated, fate had already been sealed. In truth, you were never here at all. What remains in this place is merely a shadow of you, who fell into the noble phantasm lingering in a dream of another.
She was nothing more than an ordinary girl. Playing the part of a king was already painful enough. Why should we force her to continue in the delusion known as heroic spirits? Better to cast aside her sword, abandon her glory, and become a nameless nobody who watches the world's grand show on the sidelines. I'll help all of you to remove the hero's garish makeup, bit by bit, until I've wiped away even the choice you've made to become a hero. Until I've wiped away all the pain you've endured on this thorny road.
But yeah. Zach, how's your day been so far?
I've prepared a simple and happy life for you all in this show. Including you, Trailblazer.
No. Nice.
So, newcomer, are you staying? Someone like you has probably already burned through all your luck just trying to get into the Hertz space station. But I'll go through the motions and confirm it anyway. Just so you know, working at the Department of Cosmic Geography isn't as easy as you think.
You mean to say that again?
Look, I thought I was pretty impressive too when I first arrived. But you'll be beaten into shape in no time. You're just a regular researcher on this station. No one's gonna even bat an eye at your so-called talents and smarts. Who's that, a game character? And I'm the Cosmic Geographer. Are you dreaming or something? Maybe you should take a sick day and get a checkup at the medical department. I'm a bit of a fan of the Astral Express, and I know that every nameless who boards it has been through some incredible adventures. So, tell me, what great deeds have you done?
Ooh, nice.
Let me guess. Next, you'll say you were invited to the Charmony Festival and became the festive superstar. Oh, you mean the Lord Ravager who recently appeared on the Xianzhou and caused a huge ruckus? From what I've heard, her plan was foiled by the general of the Luofu, but the Xianzhou people paid a heavy price for it. Listen, don't use someone else's tragedy as your bragging material.
Alright, Zach, you're not gonna have me in the background while you draw?
Oh, I've heard of that. Apparently, a valuable relic was stolen from the space station. It was swallowed by a mysterious intruder, which then led to an attack from the Antimatter Legion.
Ah.
If it weren't for Madame Herta stepping in to handle the crisis, we'd all be burnt to a crisp by now. Any idea who that mysterious intruder was? Yep, you guessed it. It was you, lass. The only reason you got a job here is that lead researcher Asta took pity on you.
Don't know what you're saying.
Oh, I know what's happening now. The Department of Implement Arts imported a batch of dream bubbles.
Fair
Loads
enough,
of young, naive
Zaku.
researchers have been wasting entire days in
So yeah, right now I'm just
even
doing
their
the
work.
Fate collab story because it's like, it's so bad.
You probably ate too much of that Memoria too and thought those illusions were real. Uh-huh. Why else would you believe you're a nameless aboard the Express? Well, I can't say I blame you. I heard the Express did invite you to join them, but you turned them down. Are you regretting that choice now?
Yeah, this is the current story. Your voice moving.
I don't...
Pretty much. Also, no, Emiya or no, Rin. They aren't even... The only time Emiya is mentioned is when looking in the character dialogue. Like, the casual stuff for the characters when going to the character profile. When you go to Archer, it's like about himself. You'll see, oh yeah, my name is Emiya. That's the only mention of Emiya. No mention of Rin. Here's the thing, Zaku. This was in the works for over a year. And the trailer implied something else.
Well, your resume
Hell,
doesn't
and
show
not
any
even
particular
Lancer
skills.
is uses.
So I'll start you off with some light tasks.
Lancer, he's not even playable. Yes, he's got his own custom model. And yes, it's the Fate Unlimited Bladeworks Lancer in a newer outfit, but he's not an actual unit in the game, which sucks.
Mm-hmm. Sort the Department of Cosmic Geography's expenditure report for the past 6 months, schedule research meetings for the upcoming month, collect project proposals from all levels of researchers. Yeah, that should keep you busy for a while. Don't be so surprised. Our department is at the bottom of the food chain on the station. This work happens all the time. I'm off. Be sure to do your job well.
Just leave, and yet you can't help. He cannot help himself from looking back at you.
Yeah. Sometimes I regret picking the Geography of the Universe course when I was 14 and walking away from quantum history. I felt math was just too tough for me back then. But now I ask myself, would I still be stuck in this dead-end job if I made a different choice? No, come on. Don't worry about the what-ifs. Why waste time regretting a choice you've already made? Look at me.
Also, what's funny is that
Things
this
aren't so bad here. Are they?
showing is technically what based on the ending on if you stayed at the space station. It's all wrong. Scheming internally, but fear is fleeting. Fate Aria of Rotten Gold.
You're late, newcomer. A few more system days of delay, and we'll miss the reimbursement deadline. I'll cut you some slack given that you're new. Now get to work.
What a messy desk. Am I supposed to organize all this stuff?
You're too slow. Keep going like this, and you'll still be here when the Amber Lord makes our next hammer swing.
Why don't you do it yourself? Do you want to take a break? Don't lash out. Focus on what you're doing. You do. Yeah, see ya, Zaku.
What are you standing around for? You think space bionic snails are going to do the work for you?
Yes, that's it. Calmly and nicely jumping. Nice.
These reports are endless. And the stuff written in there is really weird. Hold on. I think I've seen that person over there before.
Archer? If you're going to ask me, have we met before, the answer is going to be no. Is we're to A.
Come on, Uncle A. Don't you ever feel like you don't belong here?
I get it, I really do. Dozens of researchers come to me every day claiming they don't belong here. They think they should be somewhere else because life isn't going their way. Just another dressed up excuse to escape reality. As long as your instinct is just to back down and run, you'll run out of places to go. Even if you manage to get out of this place. I think this place isn't too bad. No world-threatening crises, no freaks trying to end humanity, just kitchen convenient covenants. Though the ingredients are a bit odd. We've still got a little girl who throws around gemstones like dirt. That is pretty much utopia for most people. There's no turning back. Once you leave your ordinary life behind, it has not to. Change your mind? I knew it. Don't really want to leave, do you? After all hours of sorting, you're finally done with the work. Though the fingers in your chest before it's resolved, take a break.
Exhausted. I feel like I can't even think anymore. But deep down, I still feel like I don't belong here.
Drifting quietly over the surface of a dream. Spend it in the moment before you sink. Let me tell you a story about a king named Uther. He ruled the people of Britain before I showed up. After my appearance, he launched an attack against the White Dragon to protect his people. The battle ended in defeat. Even so, people called him the greatest king. What do you think made him a hero? Courage? He raised his sword to challenge the dragon. He knew he could never defeat. The sword shattered, the bow snapped, and he was beheaded. As a human, everything about him was destined to fail. But when he raised his sword to bring deliverance left a shining star in Britain's darkest night. The stars we see may not be their original forms, but their light isn't a lie. It will shine for ages. Lightning the way for the next hero. The heroic spirit who lost her name referred to our lives as a stage. She used her noble phantasm to erase the star's radiance. But Master, if you still have courage, if you're still willing to become the star, then all the spectators who have seen you also step onto the stage, becoming heroes themselves. Look at me, talking big all of a sudden, and doing a bad imitation of Merlin. I'm waiting for someone who's about to take the stage. I am also riding through the wilderness. The dream is nearing its end, Master, for me and you.
What a strange dream. I should get to work. Scheduling depart.
Hey, lass. If you're here to slack off, you're a bit late. This place is already at full capacity. Here to work. No worries. You work here and I'll slack off. We each get what we need. For now, you're ignoring the security department staff careless attitude and lower your hand to resume your task. Got this. You're not losing to some grown-up who's slacking all day. First on list, quantitative analysis of macrophage cluster interface on planetary magnetic fields. 15 attendees must be scheduled within the next 2 days. Sorry, there are no conference rooms available at your requested time. Conference rooms fully booked, even at night. We really are workaholics. It's still Iran. They were talking about, huh? Tell me, when you sleep, do you grow like a fire? Grow like fire? Young ones like you should really find a mentor. Learn some skills and carve your own path. Live like a true hero, no strings attached. Ignoring the distractions for them. Let's look at the next meeting's details. Effects of starquake phenomena on the artistic expression of researchers. These now turn 2 years later. Something stirs in your memory. Sparks from an engine streaking past the space station. Faint weightlessness before the Express conducts a warp jump. No, none of that is real. Researcher, you should be focusing on your task at hand. You still got 899 more meetings to schedule. Better hurry up. Yeah. You're in the zone, handling the work. Try fishing, lass. Don't be fooled by the vacuum outside. Still plenty to catch. There's a migrating invisible carp. Silicone-based soft bone fish that put a bite. I even tried it last time. Although you are exhausted beyond measure, the man's expression moves you. Entertainment during a momentary respite from work, a fishing rod. Life at the station isn't as bleak as you thought. Maybe this is your utopia. By the way, I heard the Astral Express is coming back. And we'll be stopping by the station for a while. Wanna go check it out, just for fun?
The Astral Express. I turned down their invitation back then. Did I really make the right choice?
What do you see? Honestly. Hey there. I see. Things are tough. You could always talk to Asta. She should help you out. This is... After we parted ways, Belloc and Shulabu, Penacony, there were both good and bad moments along the way. How's Don Hung doing? Don Hung? Wasn't an easy journey. He's back on the Lofu now. After all, that's where he's from. Mr. Yang. Have you ever heard of a planet called Earth? Soon after Don Hung left us, Walter found a way back home. Just as he had hoped. Let's pray he makes it there safely. That's Pom Pom. As for your question, it's caught her off guard. An unsettling sensation flickered through your mind. You never bothered to. Who is this Pom Pom you speak of? Where did you hear the conductor's name? Did Don Hung tell you? Pom Pom's still the same. With fewer and fewer people on the express, it must be getting lonely for them. Change came with us. Sadly, the trailblazing expedition doesn't leave room for regrets and what-ifs. On March 7th. March? I'm not sure how to put it. I hope that friend in the garden can cure her. Is the express still in need of a passenger? If his name isn't easy. After we left the station, we did have some passengers travel with us for a short time. They're log on their several ways now. Friends in the APC recently suggested that we stop at Camelot. That planet should have been destroyed by the Anti-Matter Legion long ago. But we've been picking up multiple distress signals from there. So we're stopping by the station for a while to meet old friends. Can join us when I'll pack my bags right away. Yep. Yeah. And what'd you do then? What if you can't help anyone? They express. Think about it.
I'll think about it. I'll make sure to give you my answer before the express leaves.
Alright. Select your choice no matter what you pick.
I'm so tired. Maybe I should head back first. The Astral Express.
Dreams stirred by bird songs beyond the window. However, a robin really can a robin really sing in the vacuum of space?
Let me tell you the story of a bird who was imprisoned wrongfully. She was once a singer, thrown into a dark cell for composing songs that the powerful didn't like. The bird heard many voices of sorrow. So, she sang for the others trapped inside, soothing their homesick hearts and inspiring them to rise up. In the end, the bird broke free with a pocket watch, a wolf, and countless companions by her side. The bird believed that she would begin a new life after gaining freedom. She would shine on the stage and the silver screen, displaying her beautiful feathers and voice, just as she had once brought hope to the hopeless. But she was wrong. Penacony soon became unrecognizable. The songs she sang, the films she starred in, and even her own life were all locked away in a cage called money. Turned into mere commodities. The movie studio wanted to turn the bird into a symbol of beauty. But the bird longed to escape from this suffocating, filthy gutter. They stripped away her stage name, replaced her with a fresh-faced chick, and smothered her with slander and rumors, leading her to a disgraceful end.
So, you seek revenge on those who tarnished your name?
No. The exact opposite, in fact. When I returned to this world, I realized there was no one left to take revenge on. Instead, I will reclaim the name they took from me and erase every single work I've ever produced.
Okay.
You know how it feels to be locked in a cage and have everything taken from you. So why do you still trap the Masters and heroic spirits in your noble phantasm when they wish to end this Holy Grail war? Old Odie may be able to fulfill your wish, but the cost he demands is far greater. As someone born in the same era as him, you should know this better than I do.
Ugh. OT is nothing more than a parasite feeding on Penacony. Of course I won't trust him. But you're different, Master. He's a worm who has a wish for the Holy Grail. Yet, there's nothing the Holy Grail can do to sway you. If you want to stop my noble phantasm, you'll have to force me with a command spell. Come, Master. Take away my free will. Just like how they took away my name and career with their contracts and laws.
You know I won't do that, Miss Note. Let's make a wager. I've never once gambled in my life. I bet that those masters and servants will not yield to your noble phantasm, even though you've stripped their identity as heroes. I trust them.
I will wait and see.
Okay, go.
I feel like I had a strange dream. But the details keep slipping away. My body feels so heavy.
Okay, Nadia, you longer? You still remember what you need to do? Compiling all those research, you know? It's shaking nature, something you could do with your eyes closed. Used to work. Used to work. Used to work. Something about the eyes. You've been wrestling with the choice for ages, so I made up your mind. We're departing soon. You wish to journey. I wish to leave. I don't know where to go. Let me go. Yes, yes. Yeah, for me, this would be an honest nightmare. Weird. Isn't that our Stellaron girl? That makes you a drink, but since you're still underage, I'll hold off for now. My kind of life is a lie. Isn't it? Sometimes I think I shouldn't be working at a space station either. So do you still want... That's right. Every day there's a researcher who wants to go to the SXS. When it's time to leave, they all back down at the fail. They know they're just seeking an escape from their stressful lives instead of actually wanting to be an adventurer at all costs of their lives. Going to the unknown. Staying where I am is fine. Someone better come along. Just an ordinary person. Why speak of regrets when everyone who's ever lived has regretted something? Yet had everyone turned back because of their fear of regrets, humanity would never have produced any heroes. Even if the road ahead is unclear, some still set off, driven by their desire to chase a wish. It may seem foolish, but that's what gives birth to the nameless, to trailblaze, and to humanity's heroes. The doll you carry is proof of a certain hero's existence. Do you know what it is? The trinket that's left a trace in history because of one person's silly wish. The express may have already left, or may not have. But if you truly want to walk this path, what does it matter if there's no express? If you truly believe you are nameless, there's only I must set off.
The express is already left. Going there will be. Let's go to the lab. Hit the cafeteria. Let's go. Isn't life on the space station wonderful? People would kill just to live the life you have here. There's no antimatter legion. No abominations of abundance. This place is the most peaceful paradise in the universe. Stop. The future of a nameless is nothing but emptiness and despair. Do you think you're special? Think of Tiernan and Kelbeck. The nameless who were better than you. They were all consumed by the lightless outer space, never to return.
That I'm a nameless.
So you'll finally admit that I'm a nameless?
The voices that once spoke fell silent in an instant. He never spoke again. A bat, plain, unimpressive, yet strangely familiar. Once believed you'd never hold it again in this lifetime.
Would you still pull this weapon out? Even if it'll bring about a tragic end?
That's what Merlin told me, too.
Which is why I've crafted such gentle dreams for you all. Isn't that what you've been looking for all this time?
I did wonder whether someone else might have done a better job as a king if they pulled out the sword of selection. But I can't blame the girl who drew the sword in the stone for overestimating herself. She just wanted to deliver something from disaster. Just like the king who challenged the white dragon. If I was given another chance to make it my choice, I would tell her, I hope you can do better this time. Master, you've had enough rest in your happy dream, haven't you? Now let's leave this place together.
You'll regret this!
Grab the bat.
I'll never regret.
ever feel regret?
We can do it!
Heard the call. Moment in doubt, farewell.
この明かりは星の希望。
There we go. Press Trail laser.
Break's over. 必ずや勝利を。
We'll overcome the thorns. Serenity is before me.
指示待った。
トライクエア I can't become a fool like you. And I won't
Rap.
agree with your choices.
この明かりは星の手。
There's that. Pop that. That shoots it. Pop this.
This mortal.
Put it on her.
And guide you on your path. Life's like a good, my
Good
friend.
brew.
Enjoy
yourself.
Trust me. We can do anything.
It's fine. Support Saber again. Pop that. Pop that. Saber can do good damage. It's just she's not as strong as Archer.
Just like how I failed in life. This is a fitting end for a traitor.
The performing arts had given you so much pain, Miss Note. Why did you choose to remain on Penacony's stage?
That is true.
After leaving your prison?
Because I still remember how the rough prisoners fell silent and the crying children smiled whenever I started to sing. Those small moments made me feel free, even in that iron cage. But Penacony has changed. After so many Amber eras, it's become almost unrecognizable. And now, I am locked in this newly forged prison. Anyway, it's time to end this. A servant who betrayed their master has no right to exist.
Then, as you wish. With the first command spell, I return your name to you. On behalf of Penacony, Asna. Even if they have trademarked your name and stripped you of everything, that does not make you an unknown failure. Hold your head high, Mother of Iris. With the second command spell, I return to you the testament of your existence as a heroic spirit.
Damn.
Your death was what made singers and artists realize the need to reclaim their freedom and dignity for merchants. You are not some forgotten shadow. You are the founder of the Iris family, one of the 5 major lineages of Penacony.
Damn.
That's why you chose to borrow that name, isn't it? A figure shaped by your students and friends, by Maven and the Watchmaker. Miss Note, the one who sang freely in Dreamville.
No more. I don't want to hear anymore.
With the third command spell, as your junior on the stage, I return to you your freedom as a person. Mother
Damn.
Iris, You will no longer be controlled by anyone from this moment on. You will now only dance for yourself.
I'm snapping this screen. That is... God, I want this as an animated background now.
This farce is nearing its end. But I hope you can step out of the Grand Theater before you disappear and meet Penacony's artists. You are still a hero to them, no matter the slanders your name bears.
Meanwhile, the master and their servants freed from the dreamscape. I sense a powerful force similar to magical energy. It seems the Holy Grail's holder is about to complete the ritual. The last two servants left are Rider and Berserker. Which one will face us? Or will both? With the enemy already in possession of the Holy Grail, it looks like we're in for a brutal fight. 3 against 2? The advantage is mine. Master, I swear on this sword I will protect you no matter the cost.
Boothill and the others got out too. Should I go check on them?
A different life? Penacony's dream bubbles are pure cancer. The Charmony Festival nearly killed me. And that servant's fantasy almost finished the job.
So, where did she put you?
I had a dream where I could never win. I got to live as an obedient serf and gave up on even the thought of gambling.
Darn right. Quit gambling. That's quite the educational dream you had there.
And you? Where'd she send you?
Yeah.
Me? I had a long-awaited reunion.
As they talked, Boothill had already loaded his gun. Next up, the final mass battle with the Mastermind. Yo. If it isn't the first heroic spirit who got trapped in her reality marble. Didn't you use those long legs of yours well enough? This is the first thing I hear after I get out. My head is killing me. Feels like I've been there through a long, thrilling adventure. Not sure why, but I think my enemies had all had fish heads on their necks. With enemies on the way, 2 servants more than ready to fight.
A day of peaceful
They...
Looks like Lady Osner has failed. What a shame. She was just one step away from tearing the flame of dreams off the servants and tossing them into the Holy Grail as fuel. But that's the business world for you. No matter how capable your collaborator is, you gotta handle the most critical parts yourself.
Oh, Butchhead. It's time to tell us what kind of stinking pie you're cooking up with this Holy Grail war.
You practically have one foot in the grave. Don't tell me you're going to wish for immortality.
Oh, I've lived for 10 Ember eras already. As long as I give the word, my medical team can squeeze a few more years out of these old bones.
Then are you trying to crush your business rivals? I heard there's some bad blood between you and my master.
What a great misunderstanding. There are no enemies that can't be made into friends in the world of business.
Say 6 to 240 years. Variation is due to the unpredictable intervals in which the ant swings their hammer to initiate a new era. Okay.
Good point. But I'm still very curious about your little scheme.
Mr. Oti, surely you wouldn't be like the mages I know, willing to forsake both life and humanity just to reach the root of all things.
What you're talking about is something only the Genius Society would obsessively chase after.
What's the real reason then?
I've been very clear about this from the start. The Charmony Festival met a hasty wrap. And Penacony needs a fresh economic boost. We need to create a business venture that will grab everyone's attention. A holy grail that grants wishes is just the golden goose we need. If this ritual works, then Penacony will own a glorious show to keep the money rolling in for 10 more Ember Eras. A carnival that even the Charmony Festival can't compete with. Even if I do have some personal objectives in this first ever Penacony Holy Grail War, that's none of your concern.
Why don't we just ask the Holy...
Wealth that pops out of thin air will only lead to inflation. Financial growth can't be achieved by miracles. It requires precise balance and expert handling. I like money, but I don't like to play a numbers game.
Fair enough.
What I like is watching people swarm into Penacony, spending their entire fortunes just to buy a chance to enter the Holy Grail War. I like having alfalfa credits pour out of the Gilded Hour, entering the Cosmic Exchange. I like seeing my business rivals being crushed and manipulated, and then lose everything in the end. I like to acquire companies that I've never heard of, fusing them into my empire with a mere wave of my pen. The Golden Hour will set the prices for goods based on my desires, and the Blue Hour will craft Penaconian fashion based on my whims. Do you honestly believe Penacony was built on empty ideas like dreams and wishes? No. What truly underpins and supports this city is what you deem crude. It's the unending flow of money. On this rock called money, we have built the planet of festivities.
No matter what your plans may be, there can only be one victor in the Holy Grail War. Your actions in this farce have already placed every servant squarely against you. Now, we stand together before you, shrewd merchant. I just want to finish what I didn't get to do a few hours ago. I'm sick and tired of fish heads. The head of this old, desperate fogey. Broken dreams is what I call a real trophy. You see this evil man's old head as a trophy? I thought you had better taste than that, Lancer.
It seems you're all eager to prepare for my demise. But since there can only be one winner in this game, how do you plan to decide the victor after I bow out? Why don't we discuss a collaboration instead? Whoever can eliminate the others shall have the chance to make their wish to the Holy Grail. I will give you that right. We can even formalize it with a contract, using precise logical language to word our wishes, ensuring the Holy Grail fulfills everyone's desires. After all, isn't this the very moment you've all been fighting for? Masters and servants?
No. Transition. Are you trying to make me laugh? A holy grail that sullies everyone's wishes is just a counterfeit for us to smash to pieces. Isn't that right, Master?
Nah, we need to whip this fella's hind end, then smash it to pieces.
Our opinions really are... But I'm fond of this idea. What do you think, Mr. Venturine? It's nice to play as the hero of justice now and then, isn't it?
Well, I've already been the scapegoat once today, so I'll pass this opportunity to Mr. Odie.
My master, it seems I won't be able to claim the Holy Grail for you. We made this choice together. I must thank Miss Note's dream for showing me the truth. What truly matters is not the ending, but the journey we've taken to chase something and to deliver it from destruction. Don't need the Holy Grail. The wishes I did not fulfill will end here.
If you are all so keen to make me your enemy, I suppose I'll have to become the final challenge on this variety show. The rules said a master is supposed to summon a historical figure as their servant to enter the Holy Grail War, but who should I summon? This question has haunted me for quite some time. Should I get the washed-up director I sponsored? Or the legendary star whose name I purchased? No, they are not worthy of being my servant. That's when a thought crossed my mind. Why not summon myself? A person who's still standing strong after 10 amber eras of business intrigue? Isn't this living legend staring back at me in the mirror? I used myself as the catalyst. I wanted to see how the business magnate Oti reflected in the history of Penacony would respond to my call as a servant. I wanted to see how people truly view me in history.
And have you got your answer?
The answer really hurts. To them, I'm nothing but a parasite, sucking out the sap of Penacony's oak from the top. A bug, madly devouring wealth. Do you want to take the Holy Grail or crush it? You'll have to get through me first.
So, the person we've been talking to was old Odie's servant all along?
Pop
doubt
that. He's gonna command spell. Charged.
Saber, destroy all that is evil! Taken, Hyper!
In the mood for another beating? How's this taste?
Break's over.
Thumb and mem.
Do it! But I clear!
Pop that. Pop this. Gold version.
この明かりは星の希望。Xハイバー!
Letting this servant meet us while we're to exterminate.
I'll overcome the thorns. Serenity is before me. This mortal will watch over you.
Pop
and
his
guide you
ult.
on your path.
前必ずや勝利
Pop that. Pop this.
この明かりは星の希望
So I only get 3 chances with that.
Time to mix things up.
治療感謝します
Life's like a good brew, my friends.
Indulge yourself.
Trust me.
Pop her ult.
We can do anything!
Support Saber.
指示待った
Her AoE.
Seek and you shall receive. Torment and doubt, farewell.
必ずや勝利前
How's this
Go
taste?
Gal.
I'm still here 指示待ったトライクエア前
Mana burst.
この明かりは星の希望
Pop her ult.
Life's like a good brew, my friends.
Indulge
Indulge
yourself.
yourselves! I got confidence.
経験ハイパー
Serenity is before me. This mortal form will watch over you and guide you on your path.
Crush it, Saber! But I clear! With the command spell, I command you to unleash your noble phantasm! Shatter the Holy Grail!
As you command, Master. Excalibur! Yay. Sally, show want Lancer to be playable. Don't get me wrong, Archer super cool, but Lancer was my favorite because he had big spear of Genesis or whatever it was called. He had the spear from Genred spear like in Evangelion, just more combined whole. It's finally over.
Is this grand theater ever gonna see a day of peace? I'm starting to feel bad for the Bloodhounds and the Dreamweavers.
No need to feel bad for a heritage building insured with hundreds of different policies. Old Odie would never allow himself to lose a single coin over that.
So he dragged everyone into this Holy Grail war while hiding in the shadows, and none of you are going to make him pay for it? You should give him a good thrashing.
Unfortunately, no master was harmed in the making of this show. Even if we tried to hold him accountable, he'd probably just brush it off with his usual tricks. The best legal team money can buy, and sky-high compensation. And I fear the Holy Grail War has already given him returns far beyond what he's put into it. The silver lining is that this little spectacle will serve as the perfect excuse during negotiations for Madame Jade to pry open an even bigger opportunity in Penacony.
Is the IBC still the final winner of all this? Scott have no rights?
Mr. Scott's issues will be handled by the IPC.
These Penaconian rules stinking of money won't keep me down. Lancer, let's go take care of that old budger.
Master, Well, I'm all in on that suggestion. Time's running out. Without the Holy Grail holding us, us servants need to go back to where we belong. Are you leaving already?
Such a shame, brother. If we ever cross paths again, I'll take you to the finest honky-tonk in the cosmos for a drink.
Finest in the cosmos, huh? That's something to look forward to. Alright, no need to be for a tearful farewell for us bros. Let's not ruin the good times you've had together till we meet again, buddy. And you too. Seriously, why can I never get a proper fight with you? Is that so? I distinctly remember beating you. You know me, just a humble archer. Let's call this one another loss on me. I'm done arguing with you lot. I'm gonna take another peek at Penacony's views before leaving for good. And so, it's time to say goodbye, Master. I have to admit that your fashion sense could use a little work, but as a servant, I'm genuinely glad to have fought by your side in this Holy Grail war. I can still see the determined heart of the child you once were underneath all your grand speeches and extravagant flair. You know, it would feel pretty good to be a hero of justice once in a while.
Let's skip the last-minute psychoanalysis, all right? And when it comes to fashion, you're not much better than me, Guardian of Humanity.
That brings up a good point. Why would I, a Guardian of Humanity, get summoned to a world without a counterforce? Archer, you should know why you were summoned here. You were summoned here as a heroic spirit. A hero? Huh. I'll chalk it up as a beautiful dream. He smiled, tugged at the man's cold face, for he vanished from sight. Soon, the only final pair of master and servant remained. Set the mood proper.
An unexpected sight.
I'm glad I was summoned to this strange world. I got to experience it with you. I'm not great at farewells. I saw your fears in your dream. But Master, don't be burdened by the emotions that come with being human. The fear of the unknown. The dread of loss, or the regret of what you couldn't achieve. Even Heracles was just a child before becoming a hero. You may not be strong enough now, but I have faith that you'll eventually become a star that illuminates the entire cosmos. Who's Heracles? Master, please send my regards to the person you will become in the future. As the lumen flux dimmed, the valiant girl knight faded, vanishing as she had arrived. At the same time in the dream flux reef, the host of the Holy Grail War is sitting elsewhere watching the scenery with interest.
The Holy Grail broke. What a shame. People have pursued it, fought for it, made sacrifices for it, and died for it. Much like they did for our own Penacony. They poured their dreams into Penacony to shape the planet into what it is today. But the question is, has Penacony ever answered their dreams? Look at this Memoria singularity. 10 Amber Heirs have passed. And out of those who once came here to build Penacony from the ground up, only one despicable old man is left. His friends, his enemies, they're all gone. I must confess to both of you, my wish has been granted. No matter how you see me, no matter how deeply we hated each other in the past, the Holy Grail has recognized your achievements and brought you forth as heroic spirits. Don't you think this is a rather unique reunion of old friends? It's unfortunate that Mikhail, that old rascal, couldn't be here to join us.
Mr. Odie, your wish truly moves me. If I didn't know you better, I'd almost be swayed by your sweet words. A reunion of old friends. No, it's just another part of your business deal.
Greedy? or perhaps I should now address you as Mr. Recker, is the editing of the footage complete? That is such an important task, after all.
I've cut out everything related to the participants' privacy and kept only the most thrilling parts of the Holy Grail War. It may not be an artistic masterpiece, but it should meet your commercial expectations.
That'd be enough for me. You artists always aim to carve your names into art's annals no matter the cost. Too bad those who actually succeed are as rare as the winners of the Holy Grail War. I'm not like that. What else can truly measure the effort you've put in apart from cold, hard cash?
The memories of former heroic spirits are also worthy compensation.
Memories of a flop director like Greedy? Do enlighten me. What worth do those hold?
His memories are indeed positively worthless as a filmmaker, but when it comes to him as a person, those memories are treasures beyond compare. He has had his struggles, disappointments, and defiance, only to be reduced to another nameless nobody. That man is a symbol of the Penacony of his times, a most ridiculous clown and a most genuine hero. How could I ever miss out on a memory with as many facets as a veritable diamond? But now, I'm more curious about you, sir. You've spent so much money, only to create such an unsightly mess. Aren't you worried you'll end up in disgrace like Grady?
A merchant at my age who still cares about dignity would be an absolute failure.
Oh, in that case, my business here is settled. I'll take my leave.
All right. It's your turn, Miss Osner. I'll sign the declaration to renounce the trademark on your name and all rights to your creative works. Are you happy with that?
Happy? Never. But if you don't carry it through, I'll squeeze your puny neck with every ounce of my strength until I disappear. I'll watch you take your last breath, even if I know it won't actually kill you.
Damn.
Goodbye, Penacony's most successful merchant. There's something I've always wanted to say to you. I wish you were already dead.
Now that's a heartfelt confession. Osner, I do hope your wish comes true one day.
At the same time, aboard the Express, far from the heat of battle, serving someone under the rider classes and lines. As a rider, he once built an unsinkable ship named the Compass. As a rider, he was once a nameless who rode the stars aboard the Interstellar Express. Centuries have passed. Now, as a heroic spirit, the young man finally returns to the place where he wants to work tirelessly. An old friend awaits him here.
March 7th is always bringing back bizarre and curious things. One time, she even brought back something called a raiding pistol, and it only gave Pom-Pom a single point. Also,
Misha.
watch out for Himiko's coffee. It's the most terrifying beverage Pom-Pom's ever encountered. But please don't ever tell her that to her face.
No, Misha.
Is it worse than the tea from Granholm's hometown? 100 times worse. I'd love to have a try. And that person is always dragging March 7th into trouble. Pom-Pom had such high hopes for Don Hong, but even he started to follow along now. You passengers are all the same. Mikhail, you're spacing out again. What's going through that head of yours?
Conductor, looks like it's time to say our goodbyes again.
Will you be returning to the Express?
Maybe. I'm just happy to hear that so many people like me have boarded the Express over the years. The nameless come and go. Some find a place they want to stay, while others keep moving forward. Just like the silver rails that never stop. That's the Astral Express. I'm sure the conductor's future will never be lonely. The Holy Grail War is coming to an end, and wandering souls must return to their rest. I need to go back to Penacony.
Mikhail, remember, whether you leave or stay, the Astral Express will always be the home of the Nameless. Pom-Pom will always be here, waiting for your return.
It's a deal then, conductor. The next time the Express stops at Penacony, please sound the horn for me, Rosalina, and Tiernan. If we can hear it, then we'll definitely come visit you.
Oh, Misha.
It's a promise.
And Mikhail. Tales of sorrow. Yay, Jiminy Crickets. Chilled on my leg. Gather your thoughts to the present. If there really is a chance to fill a wish, what would yours be, Trailblazer? Make a silent wish.
You see, wishes lose their power once spoken aloud.
That does sound like something you'd say. Anyway, the first Holy Grail War orchestrated by Old Odie ended up being the last one. But the Dream Bubble movie, co-produced by Mr. Rekka and Dr. Edward, became a huge hit. Not only did it fill up movie theaters in Epsilon, it even created a new dream-chasing trend throughout the stars. Mr. Odie and the IPC's Penacony branch made quite the fortune from it.
That old fox didn't lose a thing. He's far too shrewd. What about my appearance fee?
As Mr. Adventuring guest, Odie simply brushed everything off as entertainment when questioned about placing family heads and shareholders in danger. While compensation and lawsuits are inevitable, I suspect he already knew exactly what was coming, even before the Holy Grail was activated. Now, old Odie did say he planned to give you some money, but even he thought that was too crude. So instead, he gave us the most valuable thing from this Holy Grail War.
Too crude? No. Crude's good.
There's something inside the Holy Grail. I think this is a note for you.
Hey, sister. Since you all look pretty busy, I headed out with Hook. Big thanks to Mr. Odie for buying this rare trinket I got my hands on. That's how I could afford this spontaneous trip. By the way, aren't you curious what old Sempo's wish to the Holy Grail was?
Yes,
I knew
indeed.
it, sis. You're still thinking about old Sempo, and I will
Yeah, I am.
The audience is waiting for it too. All right, folks, the show's over. But if there's anything still out there that can hear and fulfill my wish, I wish for everyone in the world to be happy, joyful, free, and have their every desire fulfilled.
Honestly, that's the most wholesome thing Sampo has said. It's mind you, Sampo just, to me feels like the big brother of all this. Ciao, my friend. That I should. Let me check my jade counter. Should I have enough? Come on. Ah, 50 off. Well, 47 to be exact, but who's counting? Right. Alright. Achievements. Gathering. Oh, brother. I've got... When ally character Saber uses Strike Air, Hammer of the Wind King, consume 15 points of core resonance in one go to regenerate energy. And this will end off with an Archer pull for the early stream today. And nothing. Nothing. Just a guide, I believe I've already claimed all the stuff from it early. Yep. But a target. Yes. She needs... I wish I could view the character's kit proper beforehand. Yeah, going to the data bank. Characters. You don't get to see the next one. But as things are now, I'll be taking my leave for the day. So yeah, though it took 2 streams to do the Fate story. Yeah, we did expand more on the lore and seeing the original head of the Iris family and all that. Yeah, I wish they did more with the story and the characters. Wish Rin and proper Emiya was here, not Archer Emiya. I just wish they did a lot of better things. Actually give Lancer as a playable 4-star at least. You know, Lancer, one of my favorite characters from the series. But like I said, that'll do it for this afternoon. As I said, I won't be doing a stream tonight since I did it today, especially since I'm working long shift tonight. So from 6 to close, and the movie's about 2.5 hours on top of having to do other stuff. So yeah, I got a lot of shit to do tonight at work. Probably may leave early just so I can get popcorn made for tonight and for tomorrow. Because we have Bad Guys 2 playing at my cinema. But yeah, but for tomorrow... I'm gonna continue. I might have thought of doing Deltarune tomorrow, but might save that for Saturday. I'll I'll see how Gigi feels. No, Saturday. For when I get home from work on Saturday, might do Deltarune for like a chill stream. But for tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon, at some point tomorrow, I'll stream. I'll keep you guys posted on tomorrow. And yeah, that should be everything. Bippity boppity boo. I'm gone, and so are you. Y'all have a good rest of your night, everyone.